This is fucking crazy, yo.
So in my last video, we showed how he's been harassing the public of South Korea for his own content, including cussing out elders and throwing food inside of a 7-Eleven after being told to remain respectful. That is apparently something he isn't capable of doing, as he can't help himself from starting the day by downing a bottle of liquor on a live stream and then going straight to being a burden to whatever society he's lucky enough to visit. But then you had him interrupting a nationally broadcasted concert.
Oh, what I meant to, what I don't think I finished saying it before, but yeah, I understand the sleeping a lot when it comes to depression. A couple of years ago, especially, I was sleeping about 12 hours a day,
but remember the statue,
like on top of 10 hours a night.
Bought a fish and put it in a thin bag that's leaking fish juice everywhere, and went back to public transportation to harass the public with his new prop. And this is where an altercation happened that ended up having the police follow him around. Here he lied to the police multiple times before he ended up being arrested. In my last video, I thought his stream had cut out, but that was because there was no public clips of his arrest, and him and his mod team essentially tried to scrub everything from the internet. But thankfully, the user Cancel Johnny's on Twitter managed to get them and was kind enough to send them over to me. So shout out to that man. So in my first video, I thought the stream cut when the police didn't let the taxi driver leave, but apparently what seems to have happened was the police didn't let the taxi driver leave, but didn't arrest Johnny, so he started walking away on foot. And this is where the police started following him in a similar fashion to what happened in Japan.
What I do? What do you want? Why you keep following me? What I do? I'm taking groceries. Grocery. My house. What do the police want?
Kind of sucks that I'm using this pink color because you can't really see it stand out on this pink fabric.
My grocery in my house. My grocery, mine.
I mean, no wonder they're not taking him seriously. That bag is leaking fish juice everywhere. There is no way he's bringing that home to cook, as it's been out in the heat for multiple hours at this point. It's just a dumb prop for his stream.
What's the problem? My grocery bag. What y'all police mad for? I'm gonna go. I'm taking my groceries to my house. Sorry. Why the police mad? I'm carrying a fish. Yo, chat, the police are chasing me all over the city. What is the problem me carrying my... I didn't take any public transportation. I took a taxi come here. What's the crime for carrying a fish?
I love how this dude puts on the same act that he's so innocent every single time, but at the same time, he live streams himself harassing and disrespecting everyone he can for his own content. He is his own worst enemy, but clearly this is exactly what he wants for his content. He wants all the drama of the police involved, but not the consequences.
What am I doing? Why are you recording me video? What is the problem? I'm going to my house grocery. Cooking. Korean barbecue. What is the problem? What I do? I go? What I do? What is the problem?
Dude makes a living off of live streaming other people without consent, but freaks out when the police start filming him. Also, why is he mocking them by talking to them in a broken English accent?
What is the problem? Korean barbecue. I go cook my house. I have a bag. No, it's my fish. I buy. What I do? Why I put my fish down? Is it a weapon? Down. I listen to police. Down. Why down? I'm cooking.
Dude is literally the least likable person ever. Honestly, I wish he stuck to his word and actually ate that fish. But since they weren't arresting him yet, he decided to keep walking.
Bro, fish is not illegal in Korea. My grocery. I cook barbecue. Korean barbecue. Why are they chasing me for cooking Korean barbecue? I'll be carrying a fish. What's the crime? It's a crime to yo chat. It's a crime to carry a fish? How is this a fucking crime? Why are the police following me for carrying a fish? It's not a crime. It's in a plastic bag.
Ugh. Dude, I mean, that is dripping everywhere. Bringing that inside a taxi or any public transportation should result in a cleaning fee. The police stop him again and keeps arguing with him, and I'm assuming that this back and forth is the police want to arrest him, as they likely have heard everything he's done on the stream, but they don't have enough evidence yet, as I'm assuming they've received hundreds of calls from citizens reporting him. So here they're likely using the bus and fish incident to make the original arrest.
What's the crime? What I do? Put it down. I cooking. Put the fish down. Listen. Put the fish down. The fish is down. Oh, again? The fish is down. I'm cooking my house. What's wrong with my fish? I'm cooking. I'm a chef.
You put that the fish to other people.
Never. Where's the proof?
Some people sold it.
Okay, I never did nothing. I'm bringing fish to my house to go cook.
Okay.
I'm trying to cook my ingredients to go cook.
Where's that color? Is this it?
So they go back and forth for about 10 minutes until he yells to his mod to end the stream and delete the VOD so the police doesn't watch what he actually did.
Fab, end the VOD, delete the VOD. Fab, they make it, actually keep it live so we can prove to them. Fab, honestly, end the VOD, delete the VOD, Fab. At this point, Fab, end the VOD, delete the VOD, and we restart. They're lying.
So then it seems like the stream ends, the VOD is deleted, and he goes live again. Unfortunately for him, though, the police managed to get a hold of the clip before it was deleted.
Here, can you see? Can you see the video?
I said, what's the name of this fish? That's not a crime. Huh? I don't put his face. I'm carrying it. I said, what is the name of this fish? That's not a crime. I asked him, what is the name of this?
Well, the thing is that he felt like the embarrassed and he felt bad.
He did not call you. This guy
Eldrick 10 wave.
Hi, Eldrick Inc. Hello. Welcome on in. How is your day going?
That's not a crime.
Just working on some embroidery here for the next, I'd say about 20 minutes.
Inkai.
No, somebody's calling you with a fake call.
I like the bot Inkai.
I guess someone clipped it and sent it to the police. I could only assume.
I am tired and apparently bruised, but doing well. LOL yourself.
Oh no, are you?
List 3.
Is that spatial awareness getting to you?
It had to be some sort of clip.
Like you mentioned the other day.
His main problem is he's live streaming everything he does.
Well, shoot, I hope those bruises heal up fast. Bruises are annoying.
He makes things for himself.
Especially if they're in areas of like high contact, like your elbows,
Put me in jail. I did not do nothing. What's the crime?
your hip.
I did not do nothing. I said, what is the name of this fish?
I often clip my hip on counters and stuff, so I can get that one.
I didn't put nobody fish. It's in my look.
It's funny though, because I don't really have any hips, so I don't know what the heck.
I carried a grocery bag yesterday that was super heavy, but shit had to be moved. Didn't realize it was that heavy.
Ooh, geez. So, did you bruise like where the strap was? That's what I can imagine. Either that or what side it was hitting.
Dude's a walking.
But anyway, wherever it is, I hope it heals fast.
Calls his mod on Discord, and the mod goes live.
You must bruise like a peach, because like my mother, she bruises very easily because she has really thin blood. And not because of medication, like she's just thin-blooded. Like she's always cold all the time.
Strapline XX.
Oh, so it was a big bag. Oh, ouch. So a seatbelt bruise is what they usually call that.
Rights violation that he doesn't receive water immediately before.
That's got to be painful. I am so sorry, Ink. I really hope that does clear up for you fast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they usually call that a seatbelt bruise.
That's neat to know.
Yeah. Wait, because when you get in an accident and you get jerked forward, it cuts right there.
It's baffling seeing this guy essentially begging to get arrested, but then he's all like surprised Pikachu.
Yeah, like I remember my mom, like
makes sense, LOL.
Yeah, I remember my mom. I gotta pause this so I can think. My mom is a very go get 'em, like get the job done kind of person. So even if she is not physically able to do something, she will find a way to make it work, even if it means hurting herself. So, and after this incident, we had to tell her like, no, you don't get to carry heavy stuff anymore, because she tried carrying or moving a dresser, this very lovely hand-carved...
I'm the same. Drives hubby crazy.
Yeah. This lovely, like, hand-carved dresser, like there was engravings and carvings in the drawers. It was very beautiful. And I think she still has it. It's a very pretty piece. But she tried moving it on her own, and she bruised herself. Literally, this whole spot here was black and blue and red and green. Like it was every color of the rainbow, and it looked nasty. Like it looked bad. And so we're like,
Eldrick 10 angry, no.
Yeah. And she was hurting. Like it hurt her for a good 2 weeks. Like it was that bad. And so we had to tell her, we're like, Mom, just call us. We're usually not doing anything anyway. I mean, this was when I was still at home. It was before I was 18. Or it was around the time we were moving, so 2014. Because because when we were moving in 2014, it was just me and her. My dad, my brother were already in Texas where we were moving. They had, they had to get jobs. And my dad's in the military, so he had to go because of his career. And then of course, my two older sisters, they'd already moved out of the house and were in Utah and in North Texas. So it was literally just me and my mom, and I was the one that had
trade.
What trade? Oh, like my dad, or he's a master tech sergeant or a tech sergeant. Yeah, he's Air Force.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically from what I understand, because I never bothered to ask what he actually did for his job until he got his master tech sergeant, but then they took it away because apparently only one person on base can have that ranking, and they picked some other person. I don't know what exactly happened with that, but it was kind of dumb because he studied so hard for that test and he passed it with flying colors, I believe. Yeah, he just, so I don't know if he's master tech sergeant again or if he's just just tech sergeant. But basically he's the guy on base that if there's a problem, the problem comes to him, and then he has to inform.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. But his job is where like say like there's a problem on the jetway. He's kind of like the 911 dispatch, where he gets this call and he has to divert it to whoever needs to take care of it. So he's part of communications, definitely. And works with
AHHKK.
And works with the works a lot with the general or whoever's in command at the time. But yeah, he has a whole team that they work with, and they try to solve the problem, or they divert it to the group that can. At least that's what he explained it as. He's not very good at explaining some things sometimes. I'd honestly have to ask him again, because I'm more interested in oh, what the heck? Oh, blast. Come on. Hang on, I gotta pull this through again. I accidentally, I don't know if you can see this little knot right here on this extra flap of thing. I threaded it through that flap, and that's not supposed to happen, so I gotta pull it through again. And I have the strings conjoined in a knot, so I have to pull the needle through like this. There we go. Phew, okay. Glad I caught that before I did another loop. Oh, blast, but it's in a knot. Can I pull it out, maybe? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this.
I saw someone do this in another chat and the bot reading the text went absolutely crazy. It was hilarious. Mind if I do it here to see if she does the same thing? It's nothing bad, XD promise.
Sure, go for it. Oh, sweet. I just pulled it out. Awesome. I don't have to cut that fabric. I kind of do want to cut the fabric, though, because it's just kind of in the way, but whatever. There we go. Same hole. I'll wait. I'll wait until you do your thing to play the video. Was it a bunch of like emotes and stuff, or just like weird long extended words?
Ooh woo ooh woo ooh woo ooh woo wah wah yua a roomba room wah 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 roomba ooh woo roomba room roomba.
I love the ooh woo. I love that.
Eldrick 10 LOL Eldrick 10 LOL Eldrick 10 LOL Eldrick 10 LOL. I'm so sorry I had to test it.
No, don't be. I gave you permission. Why are you sorry? I thought it was funny. Ooh Roomba, ooh Roomba. I especially love the ooh-woos.
Right.
Yeah. Let's try and get this thread. I think that might have broken it as if there were no spaces. Maybe if there were no spaces.
So what is this piece you're working on?
So this is just this is just a floral piece that I got from Amazon.
I've seen it several times.
Yeah. Every so I have a hard time finishing projects, but I find that when I'm streaming or people are watching, I'm more likely to actually work on it and get it done. So I got these little embroidery.
If you're looking for artwork to be done, head on over to my Ko-fi for prices and availability.
I don't know how to get it to not read these out.
ko-fi.com/raven734/commissions. I look forward to working with you.
Okay.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, so this is just the floral pattern. I don't know if you can really see it, but where's the this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. So we got a lot of purple, lots of pinks, a lot of white in there too, a lot of gold, or I guess like a mustard yellow, but gold.
I've done some cross stitching 2XD, but it's zombie stuff.
Oh, this isn't cross stitching. This is embroidery. So instead of little X's, it's several different kinds of stitches. Oops. So there's a lot of long stitching. There's a lot of sometimes knots.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the difference between cross stitch and embroidery. Embroidery is more kind of like freeform, and cross stitch is like a bunch of little X's. So embroidery might be a little different because there's different stitches involved.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so for example, I'm doing a straight stitch, which is basically, it's what it sounds like. I pull a thread, pull it under, pull it next to the first thread again, and you just kind of weave in and out until you get this block of stitching. And it's also short and long, so it's really good for blending. So we have a short stitch and then a long stitch, short stitch, and then the next color, same thing, but it weaves in and out. It goes along that first line of short and long stitching, if that makes sense. But yeah, I can also explain more as I go along if you want. But this is the previous one I was working on. It's not finished yet because there are just some stitches that I just don't want to do. And it's this stitch right here. This is the only one that came out decent. You see this little swirly right here? This one's one of the more complicated stitches, and I need to practice it a lot more. Let's see, where did I first start? Yeah, so you can see like these ones right here. These ones are like, there's a lot of space in between them. They look kind of rough and not very like consistent. But then you get this one up here that looks a little better. I don't know if the camera is that good that close up, but it's called a bullion stitch, and I hate it. I mean, once I got the hang of it, it was okay, but I still couldn't make it look like the picture where they were all snugly wrapped together, like making a rose, kind of like how a rose fits, where the petals kind of wrap around each other. Couldn't get that. So yeah, there's a few more of those left on here, and then there's just some regular satin stitch, satin and stem stitch. But yeah, I'm really hoping to get this camera soon. It's supposed to be, it's a Logitech.
Yeah, I understand. I've seen a few people do them on TikTok and stuff, and they do it effortlessly, and I'm like, how do?
Yeah, it's some of them just take a lot of practice. But honestly, embroidery, like if you just want to pick it up, just get one of these. They have a lot of beginner stitchings. What's it called? Like printouts that you can get on Amazon for like $10. And you can get like 3 of them. And each one of them will have different stitches, and they'll have the markings on it for you to basically trace with your needle. But honestly, that's all I did. Like, I really don't know how else to say to get into embroidery is just to start. And a lot of these kits will give you everything you need. Like, so I have a lot of extra stuff. So like a little pair of scissors, a needle threader. I don't know if you can see that, but you see let me put it this way so you can see the needle. There we go. There's this little needle threader. So you slide this into the eye of the needle, and then you put your thread through it, and then you pull it through the eye again. I don't know. You know what? I should probably have like just a day of like teaching or just saying stuff, because I don't know. Hopefully somebody will find it interesting. But yeah, lots of cool things to do, and I mean, it looks busy, but honestly, the streaming it helped because it made me do it. And so every time I streamed, I would do a different part, a different stitch for the day. So yeah, but yeah, I really didn't want to finish that one. Those stitches I just didn't like, and
I've
I
always
still don't
wanted
like.
to try it, but I already have too many hobbies and not enough time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, maybe when one of your other hobbies kind of fades, because I don't know if this is the same for you. I This has been one of the only hobbies that has stuck with me for like a year and a half to 2 years now. But normally I'll try to pick up something in like 2 weeks. I'm like done with it. I that's an ADHD thing. It's just hyper focus, and it's like, oh, I really want to try this. I really want to do this. But then the dopamine wears off, and you're
Same
like,
equals V
I
equals.
don't want to do that anymore. So then you have all this stuff, and you don't know what to do with it. So maybe next time you have room for another hobby, try embroidery.
I can achieve it. I'm bored now. LOL.
I can achieve it. I'm bored now. Yep. Oh, hang on. I did that through the wrong. That's right. I just kind of stuck it in there to chat. Come on. There we go. Oh, almost ripped a hole in it. That's okay. We can cover it up. It's also pretty forgiving as well. Like, yeah, sometimes you get a knot in the thread and you gotta try to untangle it, or in some cases you just cut it and tie it off the knot again and start again. You also get like, I also highly recommend a seam ripper. It's that little wooden stick that has the really sharp hook on it. So like if like you mess up
Oh,
a
yes,
whole,
those are godly.
yes, like if you mess up a whole section, it's just whoop, and you just take all the thread out and you're good to go again. But yeah, it's a lot of little things that help a lot. Also, it also kind of, I like getting all like the little things for it, like a pin cushion. Got a little pin cushion for it. I got a cute. Oh, that's not a good stitch. That's a bad stitch. That's a very bad stitch. Bad stitch. No. Okay, I gotta pull it out. Oh, these nails are also really helping a lot too, but that's the only thing they're helping with. Because other than that, I'm like, because I can't use my fingers properly. But let's pull that back through. I'm gonna have to do 2 stitches on this spot. Come on, get it. Ow. There we go. Oh yeah, and also I got this like little, sorry, I like to show people things. I got this little needle case from Hobby Lobby, and it's full of all of my crew needles, which I don't know the difference between crewing and embroidery, but crewing needles are very small. They're very thin, very small, very short. Because the needle.
I sadly deal with a sensory issue when it comes to small tiny tasks. My hands need to flappy hands if it gets too tedious.
Oh, I do that too.
Oh damn, they tiny.
Yeah, so like this is the needle I'm using, and then these ones are super tiny. So, but these ones, like if I have like a 1 thread stitch I have to do, these ones are nice, but I'm doing a 4 thread stitch at the moment. Yeah, but that's the thing with me too. Like if I'm having a really hard time with like this little spot, I have to kind of do this for a second and like reset. I don't know if that's how you do it, but that's when
Yes.
I'm getting everything too tangled up, I have to just kind of.
OMG.
Oh, you do it too.
I don't feel alone now, T.
Oh no, I don't feel alone. No, there are plenty of people that do that. But yeah, I do that all the time too, especially if I get frustrated. Then I'm like, I could fisticuff something like. Oh, that stitch wasn't good either. Let me just build around it then. That's so funny. That's so cute though. Like it's just gotta reset. Then it's like, okay, I'm good now.
I will shut up and let you work.
Oh
XD.
no, you're fine. Talk all you want. This is the part of the stream where I can talk. Because once I start drawing, I start to get into hyper focus a little too much, and I can't. And also, no, I keep messing up on this one spot because I'm just not getting it right. And also I'm a bit of a perfectionist, not entirely, but it's like if it just stands out a little bit, I'm like, let me try and make that better. But I only give myself like 2 attempts, and then I'm like, okay, that's the best I'm gonna get. So no, I was just missing this one spot, and I'm missing that spot again right there. I probably should have gone underneath for this stitch on this side. But yeah, highly recommend embroidery. It's got just enough variety, but not enough to be like insane. Like there's not a whole lot to memorize. Even just for like lettering.
Just do it to the best of your ability, then redo it in the future and compare progress.
Yeah.
It's what I do with anything art related.
Oh. See, I'm a little weird with that because I have to wait a long time if I'm going to redo something because I don't like redoing things. So like, for example, I don't know, I think I maybe mentioned this to you before. Like, let's say my computer power cuts off and I was in the middle of drawing and the autosave didn't catch in time. I don't touch it for like a good 2 months because I just do not like redoing things. And I'm the same with like video games. Like if there's a level I cannot pass, I don't touch it ever again. It's so weird. Now with my art, it's kind of different because, you know, I've got commissions and stuff and, you know, I have to keep going. But just sometimes I just hit something or like something goes wrong, like the power goes out or my program crashes and I'm like I just kind of sit back and I'm like, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm not redoing it. Now, if it's just a little bit of work, if it's a little bit of work, like let's say 5 or 10 minutes worth of work, then I'm like, okay, not happy about it, but I can do it. But if it's anywhere beyond that, I'm like,
I feel yeah, I'm with that with a few things, but not art. LOL. Thank our savior Cthulhu.
Also, I usually only do this for about an hour, so how much time do we have left? Oh, we got like 3 minutes left, and then we'll start drawing. Well, 3 minutes, I'll take a short break, and then come back, and then do drawing. I'm trying to have a break every hour, because fun fact, the human body is not supposed to be sitting down for longer than 45 minutes at a
gonna
time.
work on your D&D character.
Yeah. But I do need to get up and walk around, so... I also highly recommend that when I get up and take a break, that everybody else takes a break. Because like I said, scientifically proven that the human body is not supposed to be sitting for more than 45 minutes at a time. So, gotta keep that blood flowing, prevent clots, keep your muscles stretched, hydrate, you know, all that fun stuff. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting the groove. I just missed this one triangle here, which I hate. You know, I often found like there's this one stitch called the French knot, and it's basically what it is. It's just a knot. You can probably see all these little dark.
AHH, the human body requirements. My arch nemesis.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. Now I hate to say it, but I can sit for like 12 hours at a time, which is sad. But like when I get into a hyper focus, like, and especially a deep hyper focus, that rarely happens. But man, I can sit for a long time. But then the next day when I like try to get up out of bed, I'm like, what happened? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I didn't move yesterday.